NW Smithy again, and I wanted to show you what was going through my mind as I'm going back and listening to Lex's video about Lucifer and Jesus, how they're one and the same. So I'm gonna play this audio here. Let me see if I can turn it up. I'm gonna play this audio, and I want you to just bear with me for a moment.
Of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, then you had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed.
So, when Babylon is coming into fulfillment, and you got to understand, we're in Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7, he tells you he has a dream in the first year. At the end of the book of Daniel, you see Babylon's destruction. Chapter 7 talks about the first year. End of Daniel talks about the destruction. First year, he has a dream. Go ahead, brother.
Then he wrote the dream.
So, as people tell you, leave a pencil and a piece of paper by your bed. That way, if you wake up and you can remember your dream, you can write it down. What?
I personally leave, my phone by it, and I just when I wake up, I record videos of myself, just restating everything I can remember. Only because I'm not that great of a speller, so I'll end up messing something up, and it'll look like chicken scratch, and I'll go back and I'll be like, I don't even know what I wrote. So, if you can't write that well, try to record it. Is what I'm saying, and go back and listen to it when you're, wide awake.
What does Daniel do? He wakes from his dream and immediately starts what? Watching TV? Listen to the radio. No, he immediately starts writing. Go ahead, brother.
Right now, radio and TV in my house are luxury, so I have neither one. But it's a good thing. It also gives me time to read as much as I can, So, do away with the TV and radio if you have to, so you can devote more time to studying,
And told the sum of the matters. Verse 2. Then you spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea.
So the four winds of heaven, right? North, east, south, west. What they do, they strove upon the great sea, right?
Verse 3. And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
Oh, excuse me.
Verse
Excuse me. Strove, a past tense of strive, to exert oneself vigorously. So they strove upon the water. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Verse 4. The first was like a lion.
The first was like a lion. Roar! And what do we have? What have we learned so far about a lion? The devil, your adversary, as a Roman lion.
Now check this out. I'm gonna show you when I watched this twice. When he first posted it, because I'm just that way. Like, I gotta watch it a few times just because I'll miss things the first time. You know what I'm saying? There's so much in his messages. I'll miss a lot. I'll get like a portion of it, but I gotta go back and listen to it again. So I'll do that. But this is probably my fourth time listening to this, and it was upon the third time that stuff started clicking in my head, and I started realizing something I didn't realize the first or second time I watched it. So this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to share with you, what I want to show you.
What did he do? He walked about back and forth, seeking whom he may devour, right? What else do we know about the lion? We've heard of the Lion of Judah. We see European hierarchy with a lion and a unicorn right on their shield, right? It's kind of interesting. A world power sending out other kingdoms to go take what? Sovereignty from other people. To take the right for people to govern themselves away from those people. ahead, brother. Let's learn about this lion.
The first was like a lion.
Like a lion.
Whose wings.
Whoa, what? Eagle's wings?
Right there. All right. I want to show you something. All right. A lion with eagle's wings. As I was listening to it, something came back into my head, and I remembered where I had seen lions with eagle's wings. Ready for this? Let me see if I can go back into this history. Probably misspelled which. Let me see. Yeah, I did. But what I wanted to show you is this. Alright. Now before this gets playing, I've already looked into C.S. Lewis before in the past. I grew up as a kid. I was growing up. I was into the whole C.S. Lewis and the Chronicles of Narnia, and all that. Used to listen to him on cassette tape, and used to watch the old movies. And before Disney came out with this new version, and so I mean, I've read the books as well. And the books, plus the movies are different than even the newest movie. So. But there was one thing I've been looking into. It was exposing C.S. Lewis, this author that goes into all of his quotes and the things he said that no one really knew, because in Christianity, I've heard so many people push C.S. Lewis as a Christian, which from the quotes that he's left, I think it's anything further from the truth that he was a Christian, at least from what they think a Christian is, and they base the whole layout of Aslan being Jesus Christ and having a father and the land and all that stuff, and him dying on the stone table. This is all just being, similarities to Jesus Christ and the Bible. Well, if you ever look up these videos called Exposing C.S. Lewis, the author will explain to you C.S. Lewis was a witch. And he explains that in witchcraft, one of the things that they asked you to do when you're becoming a witch or a warlock is that you have to read novels, because a lot of them do not like to put their rituals and all in their secrets all in a textbook or in a book gathered, plain together like a Bible. They have you read novels instead. So you'll read the Chronicles of Narnia, you'll read Lord of the Rings, you'll read Beowulf and stuff like that, Harry Potter, because the hidden messages that only you are going to start to learn about are in these things, so you'll recognize them. I'm not really good at any of this, but I did notice it was odd that they put some of these things in these movies that obviously in the next the Disney movies they took out. But check this out, right? I'll skip ahead here. Now check this out. I want to know what's up with.
We have come, Aslan.
I want to know what's up with this first of all, because I've been noticing in movies now, like that whole Perseus or whatever his name is, the son of Poseidon, and he takes on his grandfather Kronos. They keep posting black men or Negroes as these half goats, half man kind of things. And why are they guarding the so-called Jesus of the story? I mean, what's the symbology to that? That's something I just thought was interesting. I've seen that in this, and I've seen it, like I said, in that movie where they did like the descendants of the Titans. Their children have to come together and take down Kronos as he's been released back on Earth. But check this out, right? That's not what I wanted to show you. I want to get to. There's a scene where they show you. So check this out, right?
I, king over all the rest.
All right, there's your Pegasus, right, or your bird with the wings, and this is what I was getting to. The lion. I know it's a mountain lion, but I mean, they're still lions, right? The lion with eagle's wings on its back, and I don't know what the heck they got a pelican there for, but then they got a phoenix over here too. I know it's poor quality, but you can look this up and you can watch it for yourself if you haven't seen it before. There's a pelican, a phoenix right here. You know, they got a rooster over here. But I thought that was that's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like I've seen this before. And there's a lot of things in these Chronicles of Narnia. It's like the fact that they talk about Aslan lives beyond the ends of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Where the waters turn sweet. And that's where there's a different land with mountains and hills and a beach and all that stuff. And that's where all the things like Aslan live. And when I was thinking about like this movie here, I was thinking about brother King Drop, and when he was doing the whole piece where he actually broke down the center of the earth and the venture to Antarctica and stuff like that and what's beyond it. So if they do know anything in witchcraft, it's definitely something that we haven't discovered yet. You know what I'm saying? But we're discovering it in a way that's better and cleaner, and it's not tampering with our souls, I believe. So there's that first image, right? And then check this out, right? I came across this in the Bible, right? When I was reading about the man-like lions, and it was funny because I actually was reading about the man-like lions, and then Lex did the video about the things out in Utah and Arizona and uh, states like that have this thing that the people said was like a wolf. But as I was listening to an Indian chief, that Indian chief Dan, he calls them skinwalkers. When they can talk to you, and or they can imitate someone's voice that a loved one's voice, and you wouldn't even know it's them. That is a skinwalker. You would think it's a loved one. You go off looking for them in the middle of the woods, and they'll snatch you and stuff like that. But check this out, right? When I was looking up the man-like lions, let's see. There's an image that they gave that I could not believe. And the image is out of Germany. There, see, no, they actually took I put this together. Check this out, right? I put this together. I put the verse together and all this stuff. I can't believe they actually used my. Wow. All right, so there it is. This is out of Germany. Let me see if I can get up and up close. Check that out. Now this man-like lion still has its wings attached to it, so I know it's not Lucifer, but this one right here doesn't. It looks like if it had wings, if it had its back, it was torn off. And look how it's standing straight up, just like Lex and them were reading there in the Bible in Daniel chapter 7. So. And I think that was everything I wanted to show you from that video. So, anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show you that because I thought that was extremely interesting. What was going on there, and I don't think we've ever had that point of view yet. I know Lex was saying he wished he had like dolls that could show us what was going on, and I think that's why I missed it. The first and second time I was listening to that video, is I didn't stop and let my mind use its creativity to figure out what the heck he was talking about. I was so like caught up in what was going on. So I hope this helps. I hope this doesn't cause confusion. I hope it helps, and I hope it someone else out there sees this video could further this, or correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a prideful person. Anyways, this is MW Smith, and I'm out.